The Infocomm Media Development Authority will assign Singapore's 5G spectrum by the first half of 2020, and this follows close on the authority's second public consultation, where it received 62 responses, which it shared today. The responses included looking at the health impact of 5G and the number of networks needed. Michelle Teo with more.
Respondents ranged from mobile network operators to satellite service providers and specialist vendors. And while several supported the decision to have 2 5G networks at the outset, others are asking for a single platform to be shared by all operators or for more spectrum to be released. One analyst says the key is cybersecurity resilience.
If you're relying on 5G for your health services, for your security services, as well as for commercial, to have that resiliency so that if there was a problem on one network, the other would still be operating. So I think that's really one of the driving forces in terms of deciding whether to have 1 or 2. If you were to go with just 1 network, that would be possible, but obviously in terms of your preparations and in terms of the resiliency that you would have to put in place around that, it's a whole different design issue.
And on the topic of a trusted 5G network, some caution the need to balance last-mile resilience and deployment costs. That's because some say capital expenditure on 5G infrastructure networks are 2 to 3 times more expensive than 4G.
One of the main concerns raised by individuals was the impact of the 5G infrastructure on healthcare. In response, IMDA says that there is no concrete scientific evidence to demonstrate adverse health effects of 5G infrastructure technology. Moreover, they add that the radio frequency radiation levels of Singapore are below that of international standards. However, IMDA, along with the National Environment Agency, will continue to trial and study any possible health effects.
But one challenge could arise in the implementation of 5G in areas like autonomous driving and virtual reality.
To really get the benefit of the higher frequency that really brings you this element of 1,000 times faster than 4G, etc., you need to have base stations that are quite close together and have a really clear line of sight. And that's a challenge not just for Singapore, but for other cities around the region as well. And, there's great opportunity for Singapore because they're set up in a way for 5G.
IMDA says it will initiate a call for proposal for the 5G spectrum by end this year.